Today, we have a top of the table clash against Manchester City and the first action of a brand new season in the Champions League. The big games really do just keep on coming. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. So in yesterday's episode, we got our first win of the season with a convincing 7-0 battering of Southampton. And as I alluded to just, today we keep rolling in the Premier League with the game against Manchester City, and we will take in the first action from a brand new Champions League campaign as we face off against Napoli. So a quick look at the league table there in the bottom left hand corner shows you we are currently on 8 points, 4 points behind league leaders and today's opponent Manchester City. So let's jump into the schedule and show you exactly how we have got there. So after that 7-0 victory, we went to Aston Villa, didn't play particularly well at all. Tried to have a little bit of rotation in the team, thinking we could get a few more players involved. It nearly backfired, I'll be honest. We only created 8 chances, only had 2 shots on target. We did, though, manage to get out of Aston Villa and Birmingham with 3 points. We then played against Everton. We went to Goodison Park, had a 0-0 draw there, where again, only 2 shots on target, and we really struggled to get anything going. We got out of there with a point, which it's still not a loss. We then kicked off a brand new Champions League campaign with a 4-1 victory where we played Zenit St. Petersburg absolutely off the park. This is the type of football we're looking for throughout the season. 20 shots, 7 on target with 4 goals. Goals from Figueroa, Verratti and Brandt giving us the win. And again, we rotated the team here for the Champions League. Might be a little bit of a risk to do this, but with the registration requirements, it meant that young British players were getting a chance, and that is exactly what happened with Donovan Figueroa. He may not look a lot, but our scouts and our development centre really are going crazy over this kid. He has got brilliant ratings in terms of every game that he played. You may remember he scored a goal in last season's Carabao Cup run as well, so he is a name that is going to be built into this save for the long term. We then went to Fulham, had a 2-2 draw in the Premier League where really we were poor. 23 shots, 7 of those on target. We did score twice in the second half. We were 2-0 down at just before half time. Came back into the game with a Adeyemi penalty after 32 and an Adeyemi goal after 56 to get a point at Ellen Road, which was a little bit disappointing. And then last time out, we played against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, a completely changed team. We only played Meslier, Wisdom, Ame, Verratti, Sensi and Rafinha in terms of first team players. We really did try to mix it up and see what would happen. The answer was we played really well and were really unlucky. We were at 1-1, Wisdom Ame getting his goal late on in the game to give us a level out, and then Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain breaking our hearts in the 96th minute, which meant that we are out and have relinquished our Carabao Cup for this season. So that brings me nicely onto the Manchester City game, which will be the first one in this episode before we then face off against Napoli in a Champions League group where we already have 3 points. So let's roll into the first game and see if we can put up a bit of a better fight against Manchester City than we did against Manchester United in the Community Shield. Okay then, so this is going to be the lineup that we'll be facing off in the top of the table clash against Manchester City. We've got Meslier in goal, Firpo, Wobat, Konate and Singo are the back 4. Verratti and Phillips are the holders. Daniel James, De Ketelaere and Rafinha will be the attacking 3, and Šeško will retain his place up front. So we were already 4 points behind at this point in the league. We really need to get 3 points here to make sure that we stay on the tails of Manchester City. If we drop 7 points behind so early in the season, it's going to be really difficult to retain our Premier League title. So let's see what happens when we face off against Manchester City. 28 minutes on the clock then with the first action, and it's a throw-in for Manchester City as they try and play the ball forwards, but Konate lumps it up the pitch. Luckily, the header falls to the feet of Rafinha. He's going to play the ball in behind for Šeško, and Benjamin Šeško puts the shot past the post. Had the best chance of the first half so far, but misses. And then that leads straight into a corner here where Phillips swings it in. Konate with the header. We really need to take one of these chances. Phillips with another corner, swings it to the near post. Konate's hit the post this time. We are getting closer, but still no goal. Throw in then as Singo is going to play the ball into the feet of De Ketelaere, plays to Phillips on the edge of the box, and Calvin Phillips with the shot smashes it into the bottom corner. This might have took a slight deflection, I think. Didn't look like a true shot. Might be proven wrong on the replay, but we don't care anyway. It's in the back of the net. So let's have a look. Singo to De Ketelaere to Calvin Phillips as he hits it. No, it does. It goes straight like an arrow, actually. It looked like it took a deflection. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's 1-0. Corner kick then to Manchester City as De Bruyne floats it in. It's headed up in the air and Foden gets it. De Bruyne's got far too much space out on this side. Phil Foden with a bended shot into the top corner from the edge of the box. What can you say? You can't really do anything about that type of goal. The fact that the two of them had quite a lot of space, we probably could have done something about. But as soon as it gets back into his feet, and you can see he's opening his body to have the shot, De Bruyne, he stops the ball, Foden, sets it outside the post, comes back inside. It's 1-1. In at half-time then, it's a 1-1 draw so far. We have had quite a decent first half in terms of shots. On target only 3, we have scored 1 of those chances. 41% possession and an XG of 0.68 suggests there is room for improvement. But on the whole, I'm happy with how we played in the first half. We're just going to roll into the second half and see if we can continue that good form. 65 minutes on the clock then. We are still playing quite well. Picked up a knock to Marco Verratti, so he's going to make way for Gravenberch in the middle of the park. We are also going to bring on Karim Adeyemi on the right hand side in place of Rafinha. We are going to try and influence the game and see if we can't get a second goal and steal all 3 points in this game. So highlight here as the ball is played towards us, trying to head it away. It's played back towards us with Joe Felix, plays it into the path of Szoboszlai, and Meslier pushes the ball down. It goes out for a corner kick. This Manchester City team is absolutely amazing. Some of the names that have just popped up here: Conor Gallagher, De Bruyne, Szoboszlai. This is a really good Man City team. 87 minutes on the clock then, and we are forced into a substitution as Daniel James has gone off injured. We are just going to put Thiago Thomas out onto the left wing for the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. Don't think anything really is going to happen, but hopefully we can get out of here with a point and not lose any ground to Manchester City. Let's see what happens in the final 3 minutes. We have a chance. 89 on the clock. The ball's played short to Thomas. It's taken off of him, but comes to Singo. Thomas gets the ball again, plays to Firpo. Woba here as we're trying to build something, it seems. Firpo to Ketelaere. Plays the ball over the top to Adeyemi. Takes it into his path. Crosses it in, and there is nobody there to tap the ball into the net. And now Szoboszlai is bringing it forwards, but luckily for us, Singo takes the ball off of him. Konate to Gravenberch. Ball over the top to Thiago Thomas. What can he do with it from there? He turns back towards goal. Gravenberch is in the box. He plays it to De Ketelaere. And the ball is... I thought it was deflected, but the shot must have just been that bad that it goes straight over the bar. And the score is going to stay 1-1 as we roll into full time. So that actually isn't as bad as it seems. A 1-1 draw, I would have took that before the game. We don't lose any ground to Manchester City. Would have been better if we could have converted the late chance and took 3 points, but I'm not going to complain. They are currently top of the table, and the squad that they have is absolutely ridiculous. So a point here is a fair result, and we are going to roll on into the Champions League as we face off against Napoli in Game 2 of the episode. Okay then, so we are rolling straight into the Champions League game as we are going to be facing off against Napoli at Ellen Road. So let's get into the lineup. We're going to be playing Meslier in goal, Junior Firpo, Woba, Konate and Singo across the back. Gravenberch and Phillips get those holding roles. Brandt, De Ketelaere and Rafinha will play as the attacking trio. And Šeško, who's been a bit goal shy again recently, hopefully he's going to get back in and amongst the goals as we look for another 3 points in the Champions League as we look to get out the group stage this time around. First action then is after 3 minutes in this Group H game as Rafinha is looking to burst forwards. Takes one man on, he's dragging another one with him. Cuts the ball back and finds Calvin Phillips on the edge of the box, who finds Brandt. Plays it into the path of Junior Firpo, who breaks into the box. He's going to cut the ball back for Brandt, who plays it back into the path of Gravenberch. Gravenberch tries the bench shot that we saw in the last game, but unfortunately it goes over the bar. Straight away then, they're going to play it from the back here. Let's see if we can press and take the ball away from them. Some short passing as it comes out to the wing. And we are looking to press. Zielinski plays it to Stavropoulos, plays it to Fabian. And then Julian Brandt is there to take it off of him. Šeško with his back to goal. Gives the ball to Rafinha. Cuts inside. Ball to Firpo. He's going to run it. His man is into the box, crosses it in, and there is Benjamin Šeško to get the first goal of the game. I said he'd been a bit goal shy in the past couple of games. I don't really think he knows too much about this one, if I'm honest. So Rafinha does a good job of getting the ball across into the path of Firpo. And then when Firpo gets behind his man, crosses it in, it just looks like it hits Šeško. Doesn't even really seem to swing his leg or anything, but it doesn't matter. He's in and amongst the goals, and it's 1-0. But straight from kickoff, it's Napoli who are going to try and build out from the back here. Let's see again if we can press them and take the ball away, as Lozano is on the left-hand side, plays it to Zinchenko, who plays it to Late, I think that says. And then Meret to Stavropoulos, and they are playing some decent passing game football, but it's all in their own half. And when the goalkeeper lumps it forwards, we turn the ball over, and Konate and Phillips are now exchanging passes as Woba gets involved. Konate and Phillips again, some nice 1-2s, but let's move the ball forwards here, lads. Gravenberch tries that with the ball over the top for Rafinha, which doesn't get there. Zinchenko deals with that well, but the goalkeeper then lumps it forwards again. And Konate now with the ball to Singo as we move it down the right hand side. And the ball in behind for Rafinha, crosses it in, and there is Šeško to get goal number 2. He certainly is back in and amongst the goals, and this was some great build-up play. Konate's ball plays in Singo. He looks up, sees Rafinha on the move, ball in behind, takes one touch, crosses it in, and Šeško definitely means this one. It's 2-0. Okay, a free kick then on 23 minutes as Rafinha swings it in. Konate is there, heads it at the back post, hits the crossbar, it's out for a goal kick. In at half-time then, and we have been the team on top in the first half. The 2-goal lead coming via Benjamin Šeško. 3 shots on target, 2 goals. We are absolutely flying at the moment. Did, though, start to let Napoli back into the game a little bit, it seems. They have had a lot of possession, but not a lot of chances. So we need to be staying sound at the back. But we're going to jump into the second half and see if we can continue to score goals against Napoli. 66 minutes on the clock then, and we have a throw-in as the ball is given to Woba, who plays it to Gravenberch. Some nice build-up play. Looks for Šeško over the top here, Firpo, but instead Rafinha gets on the ball after the tackle. See what he does with it. He tries the bench shot. Keeper's equal to it. Šeško gets the ball, though. Plays to Brandt. Back to Šeško. Gravenberch is in. And there's Charles de Ketelaere to steal a goal off of Gravenberch, I think. Might need to have a little look at this one in the replay. So the bench shot is saved by the goalkeeper. Doesn't get the ball out of play. Šeško lays it into the path of Brandt. Gives it back to Šeško, and when Gravenberch has the shot, de Ketelaere is already moving his foot as if to take this off of him, and he taps it into the net to make it 3-0. 70 minutes on the clock then, the score is 3-0, and we are going to make a few changes. Luke Mbete can come on at the back for Max Woba, who has played quite a few games in the past couple of days. We're going to put Karim Adeyemi on up front to give Benjamin Šeško a little bit of a rest, and I think we'll make a change in the middle as well, as Sensi is going to come on in place of, we give Calvin Phillips a rest. So 20 minutes left to go. Let's see what happens in the last 20 minutes. Corner kick then that Rafinha is going to swing in to the near post. Konate is there with the header. Ball goes over the bar. We're going to have a free kick here on the edge of the box. This looks dangerous. It's in Rafinha range, but Sensi is standing over it. He steps up, bends it, hits the crossbar. Rafinha with the header. That also hits the crossbar. And it's out for a goal kick. Napoli then playing the ball up and over, but Firpo does well with it. Gravenberch to De Ketelaere. Sensi has acres of room to run into. Takes the shot early, and Meret gets down and saves it. Plays it straight back out, and luckily for Napoli, all comes to an end. Free kick deep in our own half. Mbete to Meslier. Back to Mbete. Plays it to Gravenberch. Ball up and over the top. Isn't going to find a white shirt. He finds a blue one though. And then Rafinha with a robust tackle to get the ball back as Sensi knocks it to Singo to De Ketelaere. Ball over the top and Adeyemi's in behind. But Karim Adeyemi this time misses as the goalkeeper gets down and turns it round for a corner. Let's see if we go for the usual near post Kanate header with this routine. That's exactly what we do, and the goalkeeper has pushed the ball over the crossbar. Let's see if it works from the other side as Rafinha is going to step up again to swing this one in. Plays it to Mbete this time. Can't get the header, and Zielinski is going to move the ball away. Gets it forwards, but that runs out. Time runs out for Napoli, and we are 3-0 winners in the Champions League, and that is 6 points from a possible 6. And what a difference to this Champions League campaign compared to last season when we had no points at this stage of the Champions League campaign. So we're going to jump back to the homepage and we're going to show you where we might come back in the next episode. Impressive 3-0 victory there then against Napoli after the 1-1 draw against Manchester City, which leaves us 9th in the Premier League table. We have 9 points from 6 games. Manchester City are top with 13 points from 6 games. We are also top of our Champions League group at the moment with 6 points from a possible 6, which is a complete turnaround from last season when we were struggling. So a little look at the schedule will tell us that we have Tottenham and Brentford up next in the Premier League. We then have a big game against Seville, who are also doing well in our Champions League group. We then play Burnley, Brighton, Seville, Leicester, Hull and Zenit. So Hull being back in the Premier League is an interesting one. So I think what I'm going to do is for the next episode, we will play against Seville, and we will just have that as a standalone episode. And then we will come back for Hull and Zenit St. Petersburg and see if we have already qualified from the Champions League. There we go then, another episode of Leeds United Pride of Yorkshire is in the bag. A very impressive performance against Napoli, running out 3-0 winners where we outplayed them really all over the park. That puts us in good stead for the Champions League. Having 6 points at this early stage of the group phase is always a good thing. 1-1 draw against Manchester City was no bad thing either, as we are going to look in the next coming episodes to start really pushing on and trying to defend our Premier League title. But if you're at this point of the video, you're still watching, still enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Every interaction with the channel is a big help, and I appreciate everybody who takes the time to do so. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. A big thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow when we play against Sevilla in the Champions League.